All right, well, we're getting close to the 15-mile mark. I passed the 14-mile mark a little while ago, so logic would hold that, yes, 15 miles is coming up. So we're getting close to the end of our journey here, folks, but I will not allow us to not make it to the historic village of Canastota, so you're getting bonus miles. But I stopped here for a very important reason. So we're here on the canal. Not a lot has happened in the last 5 miles history-wise between here and Chittenango Landing. Almost 5 miles to the east of us, to the west of us now. But it has been gorgeous as far as nature goes. I've seen numerous turtles. I even had a deer run in front of me. So anyway, here we are at Beebe Bridge Road. As you can see there, the trail does veer off from the path of the canal a little bit. That right there, not part of the Empire State Trail. That just leads you to nowhere. You can see the sign right here pointing trail that way. That's because the Canalway Trail takes a little detour off the towpath, and for good reason too, because you might notice these here. What would get in your way would be the railroad. Railroads are an important part of the story of the Erie Canal. Erie Canal served a vital link between when the United States had solid rail service and once railways had become very established. Ultimately, the railroads would render these canals obsolete. I've read certain transportation historians who said that by the 1850s, canals were obsolete, but so much was being produced in the United States at the time that even this less efficient mode of transportation was still necessary. And the state recognized this. They also were able to use the canal as a vital way to compete with railroads and keep rates on the railroads down. Because if you could transport your goods cheaper on this canal, you still might, even though it would take a few more days, transport it via canal. And that system would work pretty well until the late 1800s. They would try to do another enlargement where they attempted to make the canal 9 feet deep. That was wrought with corruption. Didn't work out too well. Also, they realized that still wasn't going to be able to keep up with the railroads. So the railroad is why we built the barge canal, so that canals couldn't have a monopoly. Uh-oh, there's a train coming now. And those can get pretty loud out here on the trail. So maybe we'll be able to see it. Before we do, I'd like to point out the name of the road, Beebe Bridge. This is now, I guess, Beebe Bridge. Obviously, that could not fit a boat under it. Here comes the train. It's an Amtrak right now. All right, it is a short one, so that's good. Sometimes those can go for a while. Again, I also mentioned the favorable geography of New York. You have this natural path that runs right across the state from Albany to Buffalo. So the railroad, originally New York Central, is built almost parallel with the canal all the way, and we still see it today with the thruway. But back to this bridge. People often credit railroads with killing the canals, or at least the Erie Canal that we know, the towpath canal. That is somewhat true. There's another beautiful bird. I'm not an ornithologist, so I don't know what it is exactly, but it was a very nice looking bird. Anyway, what really killed the canal, because remember, the Erie Canal still exists today as the barge canal, but what killed this canal, this specific one right here, the Old Erie Canal, for commercial traffic, because it still kept operating after the barge canal was opened. Remember, 36 miles of this, a continuous stretch, served as a feeder, but local traffic could still travel on it using the towpath. It was these bridges, though, constructed in the 1920s, that effectively ended navigation on this section of the canal by any large boats. All over the canal, you will see sunken boats. A lot of them are difficult to find. Right to the east of Chittenango Pottery, there is a grate. You can see perfectly the stakes from a boat sticking out of the water. I believe there's actually a sunken canal boat somewhere right over in here. But yeah, a lot of these boats, since they were too small to travel the waters of the barge canal, were just abandoned here in the Old Erie Canal, and there are a lot of sunken canal boats all along its route. Yeah, so there is the end of the Old Erie Canal. Well, not the end. It still is a vibrant place today, though end of it for commercial traffic. Like I said, it is now a beautiful area for nature, and also boating's coming back to the canal. You can get your kayaks for your staycations at Chittenango Landing, or bring your own kayaks to put in at any of the boat launches around the canal. And it's a really great paddle, just like it's a great bike ride and a great hike. And remember to get your Canalway Challenge miles. So I'll see you in Canastota.